Old radio beside my heart, still playing where we fell apart. I walk alone through empty streets, slow reflections under me. Every window glowing soft feels like memories we lost. Your favorite song comes drifting by, and suddenly I close my eyes. For one small moment in the dark, I still feel you in my arms. Maybe some nights never end, maybe broken hearts still pretend. Every little dream I knew still comes back, painted blue. After the blue rain falls, I still hear your voice call. Every lonely city light still keeps you alive tonight. Soft echoes in my soul, like a love I can't let go. Even when the stars grow dim, I still belong to him. Taxi shadows passing slow, like old films from long ago. Coffee shops and smoky bars still remember who we are. I still wear your favorite ring, even though it means nothing. Maybe love survives this way, quietly inside the pain. If you ever think of me somewhere in another dream, maybe we were never lost. Maybe love just changed its form. After the blue rain falls, your memory fills these walls. Every road and midnight sky still keeps your love alive. Even when the morning shines, you still live inside my mind. Every lonely midnight blue still belongs to you. Rain fades slowly with the dawn, but my heart still holds on. Somewhere underneath the blue, I still dream of you. There's a woman sitting alone at table 7 in the cafe that never really closes. A cigarette burning slowly in her hand, while midnight leans against the windows. The waiter already knows her order: black coffee, no sugar. The kind of sadness that becomes routine after enough years. Outside, buses sigh through rainy streets, neon reflections trembling in puddles. And somewhere in the corner, an old jukebox plays a song about leaving. She keeps staring at the empty chair across from her, like memory might still arrive late, like love could walk back through the door someday, apologizing softly for time. Loneliness doesn't always look tragic. Sometimes it looks elegant, quiet, well-dressed, and unbearably tired. And the woman at table 7 tonight looked exactly how heartbreak ages: beautiful, fragile, still holding herself together in public. I couldn't stop watching her silhouette beneath the dim cafe light, thinking maybe every lonely person eventually recognizes themselves in another. She touched the rim of her coffee cup slowly, like someone remembering a hand. And when she finally smiled at something distant, it nearly broke my heart. The bartender turned the music lower, chairs scraping softly against the floor, while the city outside kept moving without asking who got left behind. The young couple rushed in from the rain, laughing, carrying too much future in their eyes. And suddenly the whole room felt divided between beginnings and survivors. Maybe grief becomes gentler with age, not smaller, not lighter, just more familiar to carry. Like an old winter coat, heavy at first, then strangely comforting against the coldness of the world. As the rain softened outside, and for a moment before she disappeared, she looked almost peaceful somehow, like she had finally made room for both memory and tomorrow. Near dawn, the cafe lights dimmed low. Streets turn pale blue with morning, and the empty chair at table 7 stayed quietly facing the door. Midnight radio on the floor, your old jacket by the door. Every little thing remains, like your love still stays. Street lights glowing pale and blue. Every song reminds me of you. I close my eyes and drift away, back into yesterday. Maybe some memories never fade. Maybe some hearts always stay. Every lonely night I know still leads me back to your soul. Cassette heart tonight, still rewinding through my mind. Every melody we knew still feels a little like you. Soft echoes in the rain, calling out my name again. Even when the morning shines, you still live inside my eyes. Slow dancing in the kitchen light, laughing softly late at night. I remember how you smiled, how you made the silence bright. Now the room feels cold and still, but your memory lingers here. Every whisper in the dark still leaves a mark on my heart. If you hear this old love song, maybe you still sing along. Maybe somewhere deep inside, you still miss those summer nights. Cassette heart tonight, spinning slowly through the night. Every dream I try to lose still comes back to you. Even when the stars grow dim, I still feel your touch again. Every lonely midnight blue still belongs to you. Old cassette fading low, night slowly letting go. But somewhere inside my soul, you still feel like home. There's a diner open past midnight at the corner of 5th and Main. The same pale yellow light still flickers, like it's waiting for someone who never came. I stopped there tonight out of habit, sat alone beside the rain, street glass. The waitress looked at me with tired eyes, like she's seen heartbreak too many times. You favorite song came softly through the speakers, low enough to almost miss. And suddenly the empty seat across from me felt heavier than it should. Strange the places grief chooses to live, not in grand moments, but in ordinary rooms where loved ones quietly existed. And the light above the diner still burns into the dark, like a small promise refusing to give up on somebody. I watch strangers come and go tonight while memories stay behind, like your hand still resting gently on the edge of mine. A man outside was smoking slowly under the buzzing neon sign. And for a second I envied him, because loneliness looks simpler on someone else. The coffee tasted burnt and bitter, but I drank it anyway. Some nights you don't come somewhere to heal, you come because the pain knows the address. If you walked through that door tonight, I don't know what I would say. Maybe nothing at all, maybe some loves grow too deep for language, and maybe moving on isn't forgetting. Maybe it's learning how to carry a person through your life without asking them to stay. The light above the diner was still glowing when I left, soft against the empty sidewalks and the sleeping avenue. And somewhere between the rain and headlights, I finally understood that missing someone for years can become its own kind of home. The city faded in the rearview mirror as the night thinned into blue. And one last time I almost turned the car around for you. The apartment smells like smoke and winter, even though I quit last spring. There are still traces of old evenings hiding in everything. You coat is gone from the hallway, but the shape of it remains. Like the body remembers warmth long after the fire changes. I poured 2 glasses out of habit, then laughed at myself again. Funny how loneliness survives in the smallest human things. No one warns you that heartbreak becomes domestic. It folds laundry beside you, sleeps quietly in your bed. There are ashes in the ashtray tonight, like little pieces of life we burn through. Not violently, not suddenly, just slowly enough to hurt. And every room still carries a version of your breathing, like the walls themselves haven't accepted that you left. The woman upstairs keeps practicing cello late into the evening dark, and the low sad notes drifting downward sound exactly like memory. I tried dating someone last September. She wore expensive perfume, but all I could think about was how differently you used to say my name. Maybe love doesn't disappear. Maybe it settles into objects, into chairs, into shadows, into the silence after midnight. And maybe moving forward means learning to stop touching the wound, just to prove it's still there. There are ashes in the ashtray tonight, and moonlight on the kitchen floor. I stand barefoot in the quiet, listening to the refrigerator hum. And for the first time in a long while, I don't ask for you to come back. I just miss the sound of being known completely. A siren fades somewhere downtown. The building settles into sleep, and the last cigarette burns itself out without anyone watching. I walk past our old neighborhood tonight. The bakery still closes too early, and the laundromat windows still glow blue against the tired evening rain. couple arguing softly outside the corner grocery store, and somehow it reminded me how love can survive even inside exhaustion. You always wanted a small apartment there with plants hanging near the kitchen sink and records stacked beside the sofa, like ordinary life was enough. Back then I thought forever would arrive naturally, the way seasons do, without effort, without fear. But no one teaches you how quickly tenderness can disappear when two people become too tired to say what they really mean. In the street where we almost stayed still aches inside my chest tonight, like a future that briefly existed before life turned away from it. I stood beneath the traffic lights, watching strangers hurry home, thinking how close we once came to growing old together. Your favorite bookstore became a cafe, the movie theaters closing next spring. Even the city started forgetting the places where we loved each other. Meanwhile, I still remember everything, the exact sound of your keys at the door, the way you'd fall asleep on my shoulder halfway through late night television. It's strange how memory preserves small things long after the important ones collapse. If I could speak to the version of us walking hand in hand down that street, I wouldn't warn us about heartbreak. I'd only say, look carefully, this is your life. This ordinary, beautiful moment will one day become sacred. And the street where we almost stayed still glows somewhere behind my eyes. Wet pavement, storefront lights, your reflection moving beside me. But tonight the memory feels different, less like grief, more like gratitude for having loved someone deeply enough to miss them this long. The rain finally stopped near midnight, cars hissed softly through the dark, and I kept walking slowly home with your name quiet inside me. The taxi smelled like rain and old leather. Street lights slid across the window slowly, and the driver looked at me through the mirror like he already understood the night. I gave him your old address by accident before correcting myself too late. He nodded without saying anything and kept driving through the empty avenues. Somewhere downtown a siren echoed, blue lights spilling over wet concrete. The city looked exhausted at that hour, like every lonely thing had finally surfaced. I rested my head against the glass, glass, watching strangers disappear behind fogged windows, wondering how many people tonight we're also trying not to remember someone. There are nights the world feels unbearably human. Too many quiet heartbreaks, passing each other beneath neon signs, without ever speaking aloud. And the taxi driver knew my name tonight, not because we'd met before, but because sadness starts looking familiar after enough years alone. He drove slowly through the sleeping city while old soul music played low, and somewhere between the static and headlights, I almost felt less broken. We stopped at a red light near the river, where you once kissed me in winter. You said the water looked endless at night, like love before reality touches it. I laughed back then too easily, certain nothing could leave us. It's strange how confidence disappears without making a sound. The driver asked if I was okay, in that careful way older people do, like he already knew. The honest answer would take all night. Maybe grief creates a language only certain people learn to hear, in long silences and tired eyes, and the way someone pauses before going home. And maybe surviving heartbreak means recognizing pieces of yourself inside complete strangers. The taxi driver knew my name tonight, even though I never said it, because loneliness leaves fingerprints on the way a person moves through darkness. When we finally reached my building, rain had started fading into mist, and for the first time in months, home didn't feel entirely empty. The taxi disappeared beyond the corner, jazz fading softly with it, and I stood beneath the quiet street lamp, listening to the city breathe again. I still remember the sound, not the words, not the tears, just the sound of your suitcase wheels crossing the wooden floor. The morning was unbearably ordinary, coffee brewing, traffic outside, someone laughing somewhere down the street, while my whole life quietly changed shape. You stood near the doorway in your gray coat, looking smaller than I'd ever seen you, like love had already started leaving before your body did. People think heartbreak arrives loudly, but sometimes it enters softly, like cold air through a half-open window, slow enough that you barely notice at first. And the sound of you leaving that morning still lives somewhere inside me, a soft rolling echo I hear on lonely nights. Not anger, not regret, just the unbearable tenderness of realizing something beautiful has ended. For months I couldn't move the chair you touched before walking out, as if disturbing the room too much would erase the last proof you were real. Friends kept telling me to go out more, to meet people, to start again. But grief isn't a door you walk through once, it's a house you learn to live inside. Sometimes I replay that morning differently. In one version I ask you to stay, in another I hold you longer, in another we tell the truth sooner. But memory is cruel that way. It gives you endless alternate endings for a story that only happened once. The sound of you leaving still follows me through quiet kitchens and sleepless rooms, through songs on late night radio, through winters that arrive too fast. And maybe one day it won't hurt anymore, maybe it'll just become part of me, like a scar you stop touching but never fully forget. Tonight the apartment is silent again, only the refrigerator humming softly. And somewhere beneath that ordinary sound, your goodbye still exists. Train passed by at 2:17, shaking the glasses in the cabinet. I woke up reaching for someone who hasn't slept beside me in years. The sheets were cold on your side again. Moonlight stretched across the floor. I lay there listening to the city breathe, like an animal outside the door. There's a tiredness that comes with missing someone, not dramatic, not loud, just a slow wake living quietly inside ordinary eyes. record store last weekend, the one where we spent entire afternoons arguing over singers neither of us really understood, just because we liked hearing each other talk. The owner painted the windows black now. There's a pharmacy inside instead. Funny how cities survive heartbreak by replacing everything. If I saw you today, I think I'd notice your hands first. The small familiar movements time probably couldn't erase. And I'd wanna ask, did we waste our love? Or is loving someone deeply never really a waste at all? The train at 2:17 keeps running somewhere beyond this sleeping town, carrying strangers toward each other while I sit here with the past. But tonight the loneliness feels softer, less like punishment, more like an old photograph fading gently at the edges. Another train hums through the darkness. The apartment settles back into stillness, and somewhere between memory and dawn, I finally fall asleep. The jukebox only works halfway now. Some buttons stick when you press them down, but every lonely soul in this bar still feeds at quarters after midnight. I came in just before closing time, rain dripping from my coat sleeves. The bartender gave me the usual nod, like sadness had become part of the furniture here. There was a woman dancing by herself near the corner, eyes closed beneath the red neon light, like she was trying to remember who she had been before heartbreak. And somewhere between the low bass and cigarette smoke, your name returned to me again, soft as dust floating through projector light, impossible to hold on to. Some memories don't arrive loudly, they enter slowly through music, through familiar melodies, but still know where the broken parts are hidden. And the last song on the jukebox tonight sounded like us in another lifetime. Slow drums, fading chords, two hearts trying not to disappear. I sat there staring into whiskey reflections while the whole room blurred into blue, thinking maybe love never truly leaves. It just becomes quieter with time. An old couple sat near the back wall, sharing fries without speaking much, the kind of silence built over decades, where tenderness no longer needs translation. I envied them for a moment, not because they looked happy, but because they had survived enough years together to grow gentle around each other's pain. Outside, taxis drifted through wet streets, the city breathing underneath the storm. And for the first time in a long while, missing you didn't feel like drowning. If I could live inside one sound forever, it might be this jukebox humming softly at 2 in the morning, while strangers carry invisible heartbreak around me. Because there's comfort in realizing the world is full of people quietly trying to heal without knowing how. The last song on the jukebox finally ended, static trembling through the speakers, and nobody in the bar moved right away, as if we all needed one extra moment before returning to our separate lonelinesses. Back into rain, back into memory, back into the unfinished ache of being human. Near dawn, the bartender switched off the neon signs, chairs lifted slowly onto tables, and somewhere inside the fading silence, your memory became lighter in my hands. There's an old cigarette machine still glowing in the corner of the bar, like something forgotten by time, too stubborn to disappear. The bartender wiped the counter slowly, while a tired saxophone filled the room. Outside, rain painted silver lines across the empty avenue. I came here because the apartment felt too quiet, because memory gets louder after midnight, because some nights loneliness needs witnesses, even if they're strangers. At the end of the bar, a woman in red lipstick laughed too hard, like she was trying to outrun something heavy inside her chest. Everyone carries heartbreak differently. Some drown it in music, some bury it in work, and some sit beneath dim lights, pretending they're fine. And the cigarette machine at the bar tonight looked exactly how missing you feels. Old-fashioned, flickering, still glowing for no good reason. I watched smoke rise toward the ceiling, like prayers nobody expected to answer. And somewhere between the jazz and whiskey, I almost forgave the ending. You used to hate places like this, too sad, too late, too full of people hiding from themselves. But secretly I think you understood them. There's comfort in broken atmospheres, in So the heart keeps reaching for someone already gone. The cigarette machine kept glowing softly long after the music slowed down, and the city outside turned blue with approaching dawn. I sat there finishing cold coffee, listening to glasses clink in the distance, thinking maybe healing isn't moving on. Maybe it's simply learning how to miss someone without disappearing yourself. Near morning, the bartender switched off the neon sign. Chairs lifted slowly onto tables, and I stepped back into the rain, still carrying your name, but lighter now, somehow. The piano bar on Mercer Avenue still stays open past 2 a.m. Blue smoke hanging near the ceiling, like old regrets refusing to leave. I took a seat beside the piano while a woman in velvet sang too softly. The bartender polished empty glasses without looking anyone in the eyes. Outside, rain moved down the taxi windows, turning street lights into blurred gold rivers. And somewhere between the low piano chords, I heard the shape of your memory again. You used to love places like this, rooms where sadness sounded beautiful, where strangers carried broken hearts quietly without trying to hide them. Some nights the world feels suspended, neither happy nor destroyed, just full of people surviving gently, one song at a time. And the piano bar on Mercer Avenue tonight felt like standing inside an old photograph, soft shadows, amber light, love slowly fading around the edges. I closed my eyes while the singer whispered a melody about leaving too late. And suddenly your absence felt so close, I almost turned to speak to you. A man in a gray suit sat near the back, staring into whiskey without moving, like he'd spent years rehearsing how to live with disappointment elegantly. Meanwhile, the piano player kept smiling, even through the saddest songs, the way certain people learn to survive by making beauty from pain. The room smelled like perfume and winter coats, and the last slow hours before morning, when loneliness becomes softer somehow under dim music and tired lights. If you walk through that door the past. The piano bar on Mercer Avenue slowly emptied, one heartbreak at a time, until only the music remained, floating through the dark like smoke. And somewhere between the final piano note and the silence afterward, I realized healing may not be happiness. Maybe it's simply learning how to sit peacefully beside what still hurts. Near dawn, the bartender switched off the neon sign. Chairs lifted softly onto tables, and I stepped back into the blue morning air, carrying your memory like a song too beautiful to stop hearing. The grocery store was almost empty. Fluorescent lights humming overhead. A tired cashier counted coins slowly, like the whole night had given up speaking. I wandered through familiar aisles, holding things I didn't need. A carton of milk, a bottle of wine, flowers already beginning to fade. There was a song playing quietly somewhere, an old love song from years ago. And suddenly your voice returned to me, clearer than the moment you left. You used to dance beside the refrigerator light, late at night in oversized sweaters, turning ordinary loneliness into something warm enough to survive inside. No one tells you memory arrives like this, not dramatically, not all at once, just in tiny unexpected places, when your guard is finally down. And the grocery store before closing tonight felt strangely sacred somehow, like grief and tenderness were standing together under flickering white lights. I watched strangers push their carts in silence, carrying invisible things home, and realized everyone is lonely in ways they never explain aloud. A little girl fell asleep in her mother's arms near the frozen food section, and something about the softness of that moment almost broke me completely. Outside, rain blurred the parking lot into watercolor reflections of blue and gold, and for one impossible second I thought I saw you waiting by my car. But it was only another tired stranger pulling their coat against the cold. Funny how the heart keeps searching even after it knows better. If I could speak to you now, I wouldn't ask why we failed. Some loves collapse quietly under the weight of ordinary life. I'd only ask, did you feel it too? That brief, beautiful period when the world felt softer because we existed together. The grocery store before closing emptied slowly, one lonely person clock out, and somewhere between the flowers and fluorescent lights I finally understood something gentle. Healing isn't forgetting someone, it's learning to remember them without losing yourself completely. Near midnight the cashier locked the doors, the lights dimmed one row at a time, and I walked back into the quiet rain, carrying less sadness than before. The last night bus hissed at the corner, doors opening into cold blue air, and everyone climbing inside looked tired in the same quiet way. I took a seat beside the window, watching the city slide backwards slowly. Liquor stores, closed diners, street lights trembling in puddles. Across from me, a young couple slept against each other, like the world had never heard them before. And for a moment I missed not you, but the person I used to be beside you. The driver kept on music playing softly, something sad from another decade. The kind of song that sounds like memory, even the first time you hear it. There are nights when moving forward feels less like courage and more like simple exhaustion from carrying the past too long. And the night was to somewhere else tonight. Felt like my whole life in motion, half empty, half lost, still trying to reach the morning. I lean my head against the shaking glass, while strangers disappeared at every stop, thinking maybe healing happens slowly, one leaving at a time. A woman near the back kept reading letters under flickering overhead lights, turning each page carefully, like it might still change the ending. Outside, laundromats glow through the darkness, tiny islands of fluorescent loneliness. And somewhere between two sleeping neighborhoods, I realized I hadn't said your name all night. Not because I forgot you, but because grief had finally softened into something quieter than pain. If you saw me now, you'd probably think I look older, not just in the face, but in the way I sit with silence still. I hope life has been gentle with you. I hope somebody notices the beautiful things I once noticed too. The night bus to somewhere else kept moving, past rivers, past warehouses, past windows glowing Near dawn, the bus grew almost empty, the sky fading slowly into gray. And somewhere inside the quiet hum of the engine, I felt my heart arrive somewhere new. There's a softness in the air, like your love is still around. Not enough to break my heart, just enough to calm it down. In the hush between my thoughts, in the slow and silver blue, something stays so close to me, and it still feels close to you. I can hear it in the glow. Some loves never really leave, they just learn to move in slow. Close to me in the quiet, like a dream that never ends, like a touch I still remember. Dark gets deeper, I don't feel alone. I don't reach for what is gone, I don't ask for it to stay. But the beauty of your love still finds me in its way, like a whisper without words, like a song without a name. It comes over me so gently, and nothing feels the same. I don't need the night to speak, I can hear it in the glow. Some loves never really leave, they just learn to move in slow. Close to me in the quiet, like a dream that never ends, like a touch I still remember, falling through me once again. Close to me in the quiet, soft enough to feel like home. Even when the dark gets deeper, I don't feel alone. Maybe this is what remains when the ache has turned to grace. Not the fear of losing someone, but the warmth they leave in place. And maybe love can still be near without asking to be shown, just a tender kind of presence that the heart has always known. Close to me in the quiet, like a light that lingers on, There's a softness in the air that I never knew before, and in every quiet part of me I feel you even more. Warm wind moving through the curtains, midnight hanging over town. Someone's playing old records downstairs, and the whole city feels slow tonight. You stood barefoot on the balcony, wearing my shirt like it belonged to you, laughing at the noise below us, while the traffic painted gold across your skin. We were too young to understand how quickly beautiful things disappear. So we kissed like people who believed nothing could touch us there. There are nights that never leave you, no matter how far life goes. They stay hidden in the body, like songs the heart still knows. Summer balcony lights still shining somewhere in my mind. Your hair moving in the midnight air, like a dream too soft to hold. And even now, when the city falls quiet after rain, I still look toward empty windows, hoping one of them is yours. The apartment's been renovated now, different colors on the walls, but I swear I could still find our shadows if they turn the lights down low enough. There was wine on your lips that evening, and sadness neither of us named. Maybe we already felt the ending long before goodbye arrived. Sometimes I wonder if you remember the song we danced to in the kitchen, or the way you fell asleep against me while sirens faded in the distance. Because I still carry that summer like folded paper in my coat, fragile, worn out, but impossible to throw away. Summer balcony lights burning softly through the years, not bright enough to guide me home, but enough to keep you near. And maybe that's what love becomes after time has done its part. Not forever, not completely gone, just a light left on inside the dark. Finally stops, and somewhere behind the waking skyline I lose you one more time. There's a payphone standing on the corner beneath a flickering motel sign. Rain keeps falling through the silence, like the whole night forgot the time. I stopped my car beside the sidewalk just to watch the city breathe. A man in a dark coat crossed the avenue, holding flowers against the wind. For a second I imagined calling you, hearing your voice after all these years. But some numbers stay alive forever, even when nobody answers anymore. Memory is a strange companion. It waits quietly through the day, then returns all at once when the world grows soft enough to hear it. And the payphone in the rain tonight looked like something left behind by love, lonely, fading, still glowing underneath the storm. I stood there with your name inside me, like an unfinished line in a song, wondering if somewhere in another life we learned how to stay. The diner down the street was closing, chairs turned upside down on tables. A waitress smoked beneath the awning, staring out at passing headlights. I wanted to ask her if heartbreak ever ends, but strangers carry enough already. So I kept walking through the midnight with my hands buried in my coat. Sometimes healing doesn't feel warm, sometimes it feels like standing alone in cold rain at 2 in the morning, realizing you survived what broke you. And maybe surviving is enough. Maybe not every love story needs to become happiness to become meaningful. The payphone in the rain kept ringing softly, though no one was standing there. And somehow that felt exactly like the shape of missing you. Not desperate, not ruined, just a quiet ache woven into living, like winter folded into the air. By the time I reached the car again, the rain had almost stopped, and somewhere behind the sleeping city, a pale blue morning slowly